And we're back to learning Illustrator in here, day 131. Let me guide you through a simple graph design example. We're going to use the scatter graph right here. Left click on the canvas. I'll make that 500 times 500. And now I add some values. For scatter graphs, we need X and Y values. So every data set gets 2 values. For YouTube, let's say this. I'm going to add 2 more, maybe Facebook and Instagram. Now that we've got a simple example, we'll right click and use type. And here we can use the basics first, which are the graph options. This should be available by default, but if it isn't, use the drop down at the top left to access the graph options. First up, I want to connect the data points. You can see that here, if we leave that out, the overview is not that good. I also want to keep the marked data points, so this box also checked. I'm going to make the lines a little bit thicker right here. 3 points is too much, but 2 points should be good. So make sure that draw field lines is checked, set it to 2 points. Let me check the position of the legend. Now I actually like it on the right hand side, so I'm going to keep it there. We don't want to add a drop shadow for scatter graphs. It doesn't look good. Let me check right here the value axis. We can add that on both sides. I'm going to keep it for now. Let's get back to type and we switch to the value axis. This is the y-axis, and here we can override the calculated values. 0 to 50 is fine, but maybe we want to change that. Let's say we start at 5 and 45. We still have our lines fully inside of our graph. We'll switch back to 50. And I make the tick marks full width. This gives us these horizontal lines. So the tick marks are simply these dividers horizontally inside of our graph, but I'll add more if I just add 1. This is usually the tick mark that's defined by the value. Let me add 2. Provides a better overview. And finally, we add a prefix here for the value axis. Let's make that dollars. And I think we do it here for the value axis, but I don't really like it that we have it on both sides. So let me use the drop down here again for value axis. I'll set it to on left side. Then I switch to the bottom axis, which is the x-axis. We override the values as well. You can do that by eye and just say here at 2 would be a better value than 0. But you can see the dividers, so the division is then a little bit unequal, jumps from 2 to 6.5 to 11, and doesn't look good. Usually you want to use a value that can then be well divided by the divisions. So in this case we have 4 divisions, therefore a multiplier of 4 should be fine. In this case, 2 to 18 would be 16, divided by 4 is 4, that would be fine. But I'll leave it to 0 to 20, divided by 4 is 5. So we get 0, 5, 10, 15, 20. That looks fine. On the left hand side, we should do the same. So actually calculate it, not just use your eye. We have 5 dividers. Therefore, let me set it from 0 to 50. Then we have steps of 10. And that looks way better. Let's get back to the bottom axis. We're gonna add a label as a prefix. Maybe let me call that a year. So we have year 0, 5, year 10, year 15, year 20. I think that should be good. And this is all that we can do under type. But we can further style this. Just select it, go to Object, Ungroup, confirm the message here. Then again, Object, Ungroup it all. First up, we want to recolor the lines. So hold Shift and left click on these lines. The stroke in this case is just the outer line because I've used a thicker line. Therefore, we have to change the fill in this specific case. I'll do that for all three. Then we make that red, green, and blue. Then we have the data mark points where we have to change the fill. Again, I'll hold Shift and then left click on them. This selects them all. And I can change the fill, therefore for all of them at once. And what I don't like at all is the bottom left side of my graph. So I'm going to select right here the $0 and simply delete it. Let me check for the year I selected and delete. But that doesn't look good. I'm going to keep it, so press Ctrl Z. But I'm going to leave out the $0. And this is how you could, for example, design such a graph in Illustrator. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.